Heb je geen last van, hè? Hier. Oh, nee, ik dacht, ik haal hem juist bij je weg, dacht ik. Ik zet hem een beetje in het hoekje. Dan heb je geen last van. Oh, dan zo het jongen. Ja. Hey, good morning. Hello. Can you hear my home? Can you hear me? Does it sound okay? If you like, you can turn on your screen. So, ja, prima. Dank je. Thanks. Okay. So, if you're back home, 2 blocks. And for the people who don't know me, a few new faces. My name is Barbara. So nice and calm and quiet in the studio here. So let's take a few moments in silence. Close your eyes. Become aware of the mat that you're sitting on. Every part of your body that is touching the floor. And then just grow a little bit taller through your spine. Reaching the crown of the head up towards the ceiling and becoming aware that when we lengthen the spine from the tip of the tailbone to the base. And we lengthen each vertebra. Each vertebra, there are joints, they're connected with joints, the vertebras. And it runs all the way up towards the top of the neck, of course. And take a few deeper breaths, noticing your breath, where it moves, the rise, the fall, expansion, contraction. Perhaps already a soft Ujjayi breath. That's in your practice. If not, then leave it for now. We'll get there in a few moments. So it's interesting to see how energy every time is different, right? Just take a deep breath in and sigh it out. And well, let's start with Om. We'll chant Om for 3 rounds. Take a deep breath in, sigh it out. Now breathe in for Om. Deep breath in. Next one is a little bit higher. Breathe in. Now, slowly open your eyes. So, For today's practice, we'll be exploring the Vayus. And the Vayus is translated from Sanskrit as wind, movement. And there are many Vayus, but there are the main 5 Vayus, which I will explain in a few moments. There are directions of how energy flows in your body, and you can apply this in your poses. But let me first explain you a little bit about prana. This is important because prana in yoga philosophy is our vital energy, our life energy. So everything that is alive, us, humans, animals, plants, everything that is growing and evolving has prana. So that's life force. In other traditions, you might know it as chi or dantian. So there, it's not something only to Indian philosophy. So that's the life force, and we all have it in us. And prana moves in these 5 directions. So that's how energy moves in our body. And that's related to as vayus. And vayu is a wind. Now, there are 5, like I said, and the first one is called prana. It's different than the prana from our life force, but it's everything that we take in. So breath, that's prana, inward. It's something we drink or we eat, everything that we take into our bodies. And the location of prana is here, around the head, in the third eye. The second one is apana. And apana is energy moving down. So it's everything, it's elimination of the body. So it's urination, menstruation, sweat, everything that we expel from the body. And the home of apana is the pelvis. So you can do a lot of hip openers. It's very grounding. Hey, you see all these relationships, if you've done my other classes, how things start to interweave and connect to each other. The third one is samana vayu, and that is located here. It's the digestive tract and it's contraction. So it's everything that pulls into the center. So if you apply it to practice, it would be a core practice, things that stimulate the gut, forward folds, core, that sort of stuff. And the fourth one is Viana. Location of Viana is in the heart. And it's everything that moves away out from the heart. It's circulation, but it's also the place in a pose where you're moving to the final stage of the pose. You get a full stretching. You stretch it out from your center. That's Viana. But you can apply Viana and Samana at the same time. So that's where we find balance. So we stretch, let's say, Virabhadasana to Viana, but we need kind of a contraction, a grounding down, and a breath to support the pose and to make it deeper and more effective. And the fifth one is Udana. And Udana is up and out. So that's expression, and it's the energy of creation. So using the voice, that sort of stuff. So we'll be applying these principles into the practice. Okay. All right. So let's get up. And then place your feet about hip width apart, and there's a gentle bend of the knees. One more thing, we have Kim in the back. She's from the teacher training and she's observing me, the class, how we're doing. So not you necessarily. Now we'll be exploring this with breath to start with, and then we'll be moving, okay? So Apana is down, so you open your mouth. And then you bring your hands forward, spin your palms up, and this is Prana Vayu. Spin your palms up, forward, take in the breath. Now, if you like, you can close your eyes, feel the breath, Yeah, and we're moving the hands together with the breath. So this is giving us a sense of direction, breathing in and out through your mouth. And we do that to release some tension from the jaw and to open the throat a little bit, and feeling the movement, becoming aware of the inward energy, the grounding energy, the sending. It really feels different. So start to get in a flow of your breath. Get your energy, your breath moving. The inward Prana Vayu and Apana Vayu. Feel more around. And let your breath become kind of circular. Like there's no pause in between the in-breath and the out-breath, and the hands just follow the movement of the breath. Take one more deep in-breath, hands move along. Keep your knees soft. Plaats je voeten wat wijder samen. Okay, and then slowly open your eyes and bring your hands in front of your heart. Bend your knees a little bit more. You can turn your toes a little bit out. Now, Viana. So you breathe in and you extend your arms all the way out. Remember, it's stretching to the end range of motion. And then Samana. Moving things into the center line. Now extend out, radiate out from the center. Exhale. So move to the end of the extension. Stretch your arms all the way up, lift your chest. And then exhale, start to engage through your abs, your abdominal, pull it in, navel pulls in towards the center. Exhale. Close your eyes and start to feel the movement. Keep on going. Exhale. Few more rounds. Be aware of the energy running all the way into the tips of your fingers. 3 more rounds on your own. Strek je armen helemaal uit, Miran. Strek je vingers helemaal uit. Yes. Exhale. Can you feel the contraction, kind of the strength, power around Samana Vayu? Can you feel that? Keep your knees soft. Make your exhale even stronger. Blijf erbij, Daphne. Buig je knieën iets, strek je armen helemaal uit. Lift your chest, lift your head a little bit, Daphne. Exhale. Good. Now bring your hands together. Stay here. Open your eyes. Exhale. Udana, last one. You breathe in, you extend your arms forwards out. Spin your palms back and then exhale. Again. Open. Exhale. Don't be afraid to breathe. Open your mouth and maybe lion's breath. expression. Stick out your tongue. Go for it. Don't hold back. I know it looks weird. Don't be bothered. Just express yourself. I'm not making it up myself. Now let's do one more round like this. And then the next round, we add the voice. Only one time Om. Don't wait for me. Oh. Your hands together, your heart, breathe. Now also with your breath, you can feel these movements. We take breath in, it grounds down when we breathe out, but at the same time when we breathe in and expands, the ribs expand out to the side, that's Viana. And when we exhale, the ribs pull in towards the center, and then we have the expression of Udana. It's very easily all accessible through the breath. Okay, open your eyes. Now, breathe in, sweep your arms up, lift your gaze. Prana, we take in. And then when we exhale, we slowly bow all the way down. Now, stretch the heart forward. It's the form of Viana. And then when you exhale, pull your belly in and folding all the way forward. Again, inhale, extend your heart forwards. Exhale. One more time, inhale, extend forward. Now stay here, exhale, stay here. Belly pulls in and up. And then walk back to downward facing dog. Now find these, let's focus on the first four vayus. So we take breath in and we root down with Apana. So root down your heels and root down through your hands. And the Prana vayu, we take it in, but it's also inspiration. So it's kind of a lift. Een soort verwondering. It's almost een verwondering. And then we have, of course, Viana. So that's finding your end of the stretch, your full body stretch into your legs, from your heels up to your hips, from your hips up to your hands. And then, of course, Samana. And when you exhale, you pull the energy in towards the midline and you engage through your core. If you're aware of you are familiar with bandhas, you can apply your bandhas here. I'm not going in that, but you can do that. Yeah. Now, let's move forward into plank on the in-breath. Inspiration, prana. Roots, out-breath, apana, push the floor away. Now, with or without your knees, slowly lower all the way down. Stretch your toes back. Inhale, rise. Take a gentle cobra, open through your chest. And exhale, move back into a downward facing dog. Now holding downward facing dog for 3 and 2 and 1. Now let's walk to the front of the mat, feet hip width apart. A deep long breath in Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, belly pulls in and up, fold all the way down, accessing Samana Vayu. Now inhale, rise for Prana Vayu, all the way up, and then exhale. Breathe in, sweep your arms up. And then breathe out, Viana, extend out to the side, folding forward and down, Samana. Inhale, extend the heart forward. And then walk back to downward facing dog. Now from here, you're gonna extend your right leg up. Stay here. So this is Viana. So you root your hands and you extend the leg up and back and stretch your body as much as possible. Take a deep breath in. And then when you breathe out, bring your knee into your chest. Samana Vayu. Lift a bit of the belly. Again, inhale. Reach your right leg up. Stretch it all the way out. Exhale. Samana Vayu. Knee to chest. 2 more. Inhale, rise. Move slowly out. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Now stay here. Take a breath in and push the floor away so you create some height. And then step your right foot forward. Now, push the left heel back, press the ball of the right foot into the mat and sweep your arms forwards. Now, Viana, push the heel back and extend your fingers forward. So create as much length as possible. Deep breath in. Now, when you breathe out, you're going to sweep your right arm back and you're going to go up into a twist. So the upper body moves back. Keep your back leg nice and strong. Breathe. Spread your fingers out. So maintaining Viana Vayu. Now look forward, breathe in, reach your arms up, return to center and interlace your fingers here. Stretch yourself all the way up. Exhale, lower your back knee down. Breathe in, rise, and then drop into the hips a little bit. So opening into gentle back bends. Keep stretching up, keep rooting down. Good, and then exhale, release your hands down. Lift your back knee, sweep your right arm back, and take again another variation of twist. Breathe in deeply. And then exhale, release your right hand down. Now step into plank position. Hold your plank. Can you feel these 4 movements? Perhaps adding a deep sigh out, adding the Udana Vayu. And then lower all the way down or halfway down, up to you. Inhale, rise, cobra pose. And then exhale, downward dog. So the action of hugging the elbows in, imagining that you're hugging a block in between your elbows, is the action of Samana Vayu. It's contracting in towards the midline. All right. Lift your left leg up. Breathe in. Samana Vayu, knee to chest. Knee to chest. Again, breathe and lift your left leg up. Viana. Exhale, knee to chest. Stretching all the way out into the fingers when you reach your left leg up. Exhale again. 1 more. Breathe in and up. Exhale, knee to nose. Now stay here. Push the floor away. Hug your elbows in Samana. Look forward. And then step your left foot forward. Now press the heel, the right heel back, right thigh up, and extend your arms forward. Push into that front foot. Take a deep breath in, extend a little bit further. And then when you breathe out, left arm sweeps back. Come up into this twist variation. Now the upper body doesn't hinge forward, so lift your upper body so the shoulders are stacked on top of the hips. So everyone look forward. Most of you are here. Here, go back, go back, go back. Upper body back. Yes, breathe. Keep your back leg strong. Breathe. Take a deep breath and extend a little bit more. When you breathe out, Samana. And then left arm up, both arms up. Return to center, interlace your fingers. Take a deep stretch out, but stay rooted with your legs. And then when you exhale, lower the back knee down. Now inhale, reach up. You can lower your hips a little bit, but keep moving up. Keep stretching out while you ground at the same time. See, so you're moving energy in all directions. Exhale, release your hands down. Lift your back knee. Left arm sweeps back and take another variation of twist. Open. Breathe. Exhale, left hand down, ground. Step your left foot back, take plank. Breathe in, stand the crown of the head forward, heels back. And then exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, downward dog, hugging your elbows in. Keep your fingers nice and long, but maintaining this inner strength from samana. And when you can access these 4 or 5 vayus, that's where you start to create balance in your practice. Focusing on your breath. Releasing the back of the neck, chin to chest. For 3 and 2 and 1. All right. Now, lift up your heels, bend your knees, look forward. You can step or take a little jump to the front of the mat. Place your feet together. Inhale, extend the heart forward. And then exhale, forward fold, Udana. Sweep your arms all the way up. So stay rooted when you go up. Inspiration, Prana. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, now bend your knees for Utkatasana, sweep your arms up. So this is a lot of Apana, it brings the energy down. Hands together, exhale, right elbow crosses over the outside of the left thigh. Move your hips further back, hugging your inner thighs in and then pressing the palms together. And maybe you can bring your hands or your heart in front of your hands. Sliding your shoulder blades back. Daphne, breng je heupen wat lager. And then everyone take a look at your knees, and your knees should be in alignment. So a few of you have the right knee in front of the left. So you want to bring your right hip back. Stay low, but look up. Feel the inspiration, the energy of Prana Vayu, grounding through Apana, Samana, contracting. Okay, now back to center, keep your knees bent, inhale, arms rise, Utkatasana. Other side, exhale, Samana, twisting. Now pressing the right palm on top of the left and then spinning your chest bone in front of your hands, sliding your shoulders back away from your ears. Now taking a moment to check your knees. Right knee perhaps going back, so bring your right knee a little bit forward. Bring your knees in alignment and breathe. Inhale back up, center, Utkatasana. And then exhale slowly, hinging forward. Breathe in, Ardha Uttanasana. And then exhale, walk back to downward facing dog. Now the right leg floats up. Breathe and extend. Think Viana Vayu, stretching from the tips of your fingers to the point of your toes. Exhale, Samana Vayu, knee to chest. Inhale back up. Exhale, knee to chest. One more. Inhale, back up. Exhale, knee to chest. Look forward. Spin your weight more forward. Push the floor away. And then step your right foot forward. Now spin your back heel into the mat and ground through your feet. Rise up. Virabhadrasana 2. And then exhale. Now this is a pose where you can beautifully feel all these movements, right? Inhale, energy. Exhale, root and sit down a little bit deeper. Inhale, extend through your arms from the heart, from the center. And at the same time, exhale, there's this action of contracting in, hugging the shoulder blades in towards each other. All right. Now reaching forwards. And then if you need, you can grab your block, You place your hand onto the block or onto the floor, and you lift your left arm overhead. Chikonasana. Can you feel Viana in the outer right heel all the way up, our left heel, sorry, all the way up into the left fingertips. So the fingertips are pointing towards me. Fingertips pointing towards me, and the palm of the left hand is looking down, yes. Now push into your outer left heel, push your inner left thigh towards the back of the room, and stretch your left fingertips away from the outer heel. Kan je arm helemaal op je hoofd, Tamer? Yes. Take a deep breath in. We use the strength of Samana to come up, so breathe in, and then exhale, come out. And you're going to straighten your front legs. Perhaps you need to make the space between your feet a little bit shorter, and reach forward. We're moving Chikonasana, so either right hand onto the shin or grab a block, place it at the outside of the right foot, and then bring your left arm up, looking up. So in this pose, we have all these lines of energy clearly running. Feel your feet first. Exhale into your feet, root down. When you inhale, lift the quadriceps, so engaging the muscles of your legs, lifting the energy a little bit up. And when you exhale, can you extend the crown of the head forward and move your tailbone towards the back heel, so creating more length into your spine. Of course, your arms, hands moving away from each other. Long line of energy here. Now, breathe in. And then when you breathe out, you look down, bring your left hand onto your hip, and we're gonna move forward into Ardha Chandrasana. So bend your front knee. Perhaps you need a block, maybe not. And you extend your left leg up. Left arm can reach up or keep it on top of the hip. Now move the tailbone towards the back heel and push the back heel towards the back of the room. Spin the heart more up, maybe looking up. Remember, Samana Vayu here, supporting the pose, stay balanced. Okay, breathe in deeply. Now, when you breathe out, you're gonna bend your right knee and then bring your left knee behind your right knee. So you're gonna make yourself really small. This is really Samana. And then inhale, extends. Again, exhale. Inhale, extend, radiate out into all directions. Exhale. Now inhale, extend out, stay. Stretching through the arms, stretching to the legs, stretching to the spine. And then exhale, slowly step your left foot back. Virabhadrasana 2. Now extend your front leg and then spin your right foot forward. Place your hands onto your hips. Take a deep breath in, look up, and then from your hips, you're gonna hinge forward into Utkatasana. Place your hands underneath your shoulders, fingertips pointing forwards, elbows pointing back. Breathe in first, elongate through your spine. And then exhale, bowing all the way down. Now feel the energy of your legs. So what helps is to lift your toes a little bit and spread your toes. So there's more energy in the base of your feet. Make sure you're not overstretching your knees. Rijken, buig je knie een klein beetje. So you use muscular tension, the strength of your muscles to support the bones. Take one more deep breath in. And when you breathe out, you release. Then inhale, lengthen forward. Spin your right toes forward and walk your hands towards the front of the mat. Now, spin towards this time. You're gonna step your right foot halfway and come into this variation of side plank. This is option 1. So with your left hand, you push the floor away so you get more height. You feel that? Push the outer left heel into the mat. Now I'm gonna give you a few options. You can bring your right leg on top of your left. Yes. Keep your feet active. Breathe. Now, one more extra option. Take a deep breath in. Lift your right leg a little bit up. And when you exhale, you bring your right elbow towards your right knee. Samana. Again, extend out, breathe in. Exhale, knee to elbow, elbow to knee. One more. Breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Now return to center and then pull your right knee towards your chest and turn towards you. And you're gonna sweep your right leg over towards your left. And then you're gonna go all the way down. Now bring your forearms down. And then spin onto the ball of the back foot. And you look over towards your right. Breathe. Keep your back leg nice and active. Notice how the belly spins. Breathe in, up and out. And when you breathe out, you breathe down and in. Good. Now, come back onto your hands. You bend your elbows a little bit. Both of your legs are super strong and you're going to lift your legs. Don't collapse into your shoulders. Move the shoulders back. Keep the back of the neck nice and long. Yeah. And release. And just step back into downward dog. Hold downward dog and breathe a lot. Feel the movements of prana, breath, taking in, rooting down on the out breath. And at the same time, when we breathe in, we have Viana, we're accessing circulation. It covers all circulation in the body. And of course, Samana. So let's add Udana for 2 breaths. Take a deep breath in, open your mouth, stick out your tongue and nobody can see you here, so go for it. Yes. Okay, and then back to Ujjayi, normal breath. So let's move into the other side. Breathe in and lift your left leg all the way up. Exhale, Samana Vayu, bring your knee in towards your chest. Again, inhale, float your left leg up, extend in all directions. Exhale, knee to chest. Again, inhale, up. Exhale, knee to chest. Now, shoulders on top of the wrist, stay here, push the floor away, create height, hug your elbows in, and then step your left foot forward. Now, spin your back heel into the mat, come up, Virabhadrasana, 2. And Apana. Breathe in, extend from the heart out. Contract Samana. Can you feel these 2 opposites? If we totally let go, we get this. And if we access Samana, we balance it out. See? If it's too much Samana, it's this. All right, reaching forward. Left hand and to the inside, perhaps onto a block, and extend your right arm overhead. Chikonasana. So you might want to bring your left sitting bone towards your back heel. Notice how that feels. Belly pulls in, and the chest bone spins up towards the ceiling. Breathe. Keep your feet rooted. Deep breath in. Exhale, breathe out. Come up. Now inhale, extend your front leg, perhaps making the distance between your feet a little bit shorter. Hinging forward, Chikonasana. Left hand onto the shin and the right arm floats up. Now extend the hands away from each other. So from the heart, you stretch your arms out. You spread your fingers out. But here's Samana. You pull your right shoulder blade down. So you kind of hug it in, but at the same time, extend your arms up and out, spreading through your fingers. And you breathe. Yes. Take a deep, long breath in. Exhale, breathe out. Come up. Bend your front knee, and then we'll move into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. If you need a block, go for a block or just place your hands onto the floor. Rise up. You can keep your right hand onto your hip, but make sure you open that right hip and extend the right arm up. Now don't collapse into your belly. So Samana, pull the belly in towards the low back and extending the tailbone towards the back heel. Miran, breng je buik meer naar binnen en je zwevende ribben. Yes, dan hou je achterste been super sterk. Nice. Breathe. Now optional, well not optional, just try it. You make a fist of your right hand, and when you exhale, you bend your left knee, you bring your right knee in and right elbow together. And then inhale, extend up, maybe bringing the right arm overhead. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale, reach, stretch. Exhale. 1 more. Breathe in. Exhale. Now extend out, take a full pose again. So you're spreading through your fingers, through your toes, through your legs, through the spine. And then slowly step your right foot all the way back. Virabhadrasana 2. Now extend your front leg and then spin the toe forward. Bring your arms out to the side, take a deep breath in. When you breathe out, interlock your fingers behind you. Now feel the feet, little bend into your knees, push the feet into the floor, and when you take your prana in, you look up, you extend your legs, keep all that, and when you exhale, samana, and then we move into Viana, finding the full range of motion in this pose. We stay connected to the other values. Make sure the knees are micro bends. Breathe, tuck your chin all the way in towards your chest. For 3, and 2, and 1. Now release your hands down. Breathe in, extend the heart forwards, walking to the front of the mat, and then step back. Let's step back into downward dog. Now you're gonna step your left foot halfway the mat, turn towards the other side, and you turn your toes over towards your left. So you're in this variation of side plank. Now push into the outer right foot, into the right hand to lift. Yes, good. Now option to place the left foot on top of the right. Keep pushing the floor away and keep lifting the right side of the body up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Make a fist of your left hand as an option. Lift up your left leg. Take a deep breath in and then exhale, knee to elbow, elbow to knee. Stay lifted. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Back to center. Return to center, left hand down, left knee in towards your chest. Samana. Hug your elbows in. And then the left leg floats over towards the right. And you descend all the way down. Now see if you can keep your back toes tucked under, back leg active. Come into your forearms. Now you need this extension. You want to create space in your joints. Otherwise your joints, your spine will be a little bit compressed. So push the right heel back, extend the heart, the chest bone forward, lengthen your neck, and then look over towards your left. And at the same time, push the forearms into the mat. So you keep the energy going. Yeah? Breathe. Are you breathing? So if you're really in your practice, and it's something that you need to learn, to educate yourself, exploration in the body, also the mind, how everything works. Feel your body, feel this work of energy in your body. It might take some time. Maybe it's too much, and just breathe, stay in your body. That's enough for now. Okay, come onto your hands and then hug your elbows a little bit in, bending your elbows a little bit, not collapsing here. See, and then And then push the heels out. So breathe. Lift a little bit more. And exhale, release. Okay, let's step back into downward dog. Take a vinyasa if you like. If you need a child's pose, of course, you can take a child's pose. And breathe. Okay. Now, everyone, bring your knees down. And then bring your legs forward and lie down onto your back. Legs up. But let's grab a block and place the block in between your thighs. So this is definitely Samana, hugging your thighs into the block. And at the same time, pressing your hips down and extending the balls of the feet up. That's Viana. Breathe in, Prana, and root down into the earth, Apana. Keep your legs working. Can you feel it? You're not moving, but there's a lot of action happening in the core. And then bring your arms out to the sides, shoulder height, pressing the palms down. Now we're gonna keep the legs super strong and then bring the legs over to the right, and we're not touching the floor. Some of you will be here, others will be almost to the end range of motion, and then exhale on the way back up. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way up. Keep your feet, Patricia, keep your feet active. Spread your toes, yes. Keep the energy moving. So move with your breath. You can also reverse, when you go down, you exhale. When you breathe in, you go up. It's both okay, but it's a different experience. Niet te laag. So let's do 2 more each side. Keep the heels pressing out. 1 more on the right, 1 more on the left. Make sure you end the left-hand side. Now coming back up, and then take the block to the side. Place your left foot down. Oops. And then interlace your fingers behind your right thigh. Now you're gonna press the thigh into the hands, and with the hands you pull back. So there's quite a lot of action here. Now push the right heel up and extend the right hip over towards your left heel. Now I know quite a few of you have more space, so you can extend your bottom leg out. Now still keeping that bottom foot very active. You can bring the heel down onto the floor if you like. Feel Samana. Take a deep breath out, belly to spine. You can bring the spine into the floor. Radiate out through the sole of the right foot and through the sole of the left foot. Now you have 2 options. Either bend the knee, right hand onto the knee, or with your right fingertips, grab a hold of your right big toe with your right peace fingers. Left hand onto the hip. Keep your left hip grounded and open out into this side variation of Utkatasana, Chandrasana. Wherever you are, the left hip moves in the direction of the right. The right hip moves in the direction of the left heel. Breathe. And what I like so much about grabbing the foot or the toe or the knee, can you feel the action of pulling and pushing? Push the foot into the hand. With the hand, you pull back. Very important. Keep your left hip down. Take a deep breath in. Use your out breath to return the leg back up. And then with your left hand, you can bend your right knee a little bit if you need to. Grab a hold of the outside of the foot. And you spin over towards the left and extend your right arm out. Now keeping the hips in alignment as much as possible. And then let go of your left hand and interlace your fingers behind your head here. So the right leg is lifted. Take a deep breath in. And when you exhale, you come up with your upper body into a crunch. Then you release a little bit. So we do 5. Come up, exhale, inhale, exhale. Two more. Last one. Okay, and return to center. Place your right foot down. Place your left foot down. Place your hips in the center of your mat. And we're going to switch sides. So extend your left leg up. Interlace your fingers behind your thigh. And then push the ball of the left foot up while you push your left hamstring into your hands. And with the hands, you pull back. And make sure the hands are on the belly of the muscle, so not underneath the knee. So feet en je handen wat lager. De buik van de hamstring, yes. So you always need to be very careful with the joints. Hè? Joints are very sensitive. You don't want to pull onto your joints. Ga maar ook je handen ietsje lager. Echt op de spier. You push your thigh into. So feel if you really push that left thigh into your hands and you pull back, feel what happens in the hip. Tricia, bring your hands a little bit lower. Daphne mag ook iets lager met de handen. Christine ook ietsje lager. Keep pushing that heel up, yes. And keep pushing out to the ball of the right foot if you have that leg extended. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Release. Now with the left hand, these fingers, wrap it around your left big toe. If you can, you bend your knee a little bit, but keep your knee in. Right hand onto the hip. If you don't have a lot of space, you place your right foot down. And then you open out, or you extend the right leg out. Now the right hip wants to go up. So we're moving away from Samana Vayu if the hip goes up. So take a deep breath in, exhale, and pull everything into the center. Make sure your hips are square. Dus Piso, doe iets minder. Right hip down, yes. Yeah. And then the left hip, spin it into the direction of the left heel, the right heel, sorry. Deep breath in, and on the way out, return to center. And we're gonna switch side, we're gonna move into the twist. So the right hand outside of the left foot. And the action again of pushing and pulling between the hand and the foot. Extend your left arm out and spin over to your right. Keep your legs active so you're not gonna drop all the way down. Keep that leg active, keep spreading through your toes. Now release the foot and interlace your fingers behind your head. Now, rounding through your spine a little bit, so hugging your belly in, more Samana, and then lift the upper body, interlacing your fingers behind the head, maybe lifting the bottom leg as well. And then inhale, lower halfway, exhale up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay, now stay here. So I'm looking at time. So the dessert will be on Wednesday class, which is just a little bit more intensive. You could do an arm balance. But I think it's enough for today. So you return to center and you're just gonna bring your knees up and towards your chest. And just wiggle around. Good. Now place your feet onto the floor. We're gonna stretch out Samana Vayu. Bring your arms next to your body, roll your shoulders under. Now feel every part of your body that is touching the floor. So the feet, especially the inner feet, the hands, the upper arm bones. Push into the floor with those points to elevate your hips. If you like, you can interlace your fingers and move the shoulders more under. Breathe. Now, while you root down, can you extend out into Viana? So can you stretch more, deeper, fuller, wider, expanding out in all directions? Deep breath in. Release your hands and slowly lower down. Now we're going to go up once more. If you like to go in Utkatasana, it's a nice exploration to do the half wheel. If you have that in your practice, to explore these vayus, and you can add the Udana as a dessert. Or take the pose we've just been doing. Okay? So if you want to go up with me, I'm going to do Uranurasana. Of course, you can go up in Bandhasana, so root down to the feet and the hands, upper arm bones. If you want to go in Uranurasana, you place your hands underneath your shoulders. Feel the palms of your hands and the soles of your feet. Press into those points and extend up, radiate out into the Viana line. And then there's still this action of hugging in, balancing the pose out. Samanalaya, breathe. Maybe adding Udana. Yes. For 3. Beautiful. Extend your legs a little bit more, Patricia. Yes. Push into your arms. Place your hands a little bit wider. That will definitely help you. Arms, hands wider. Okay, lower down. Now relax. Keep your knees bent. And then place left hand onto your chest and the right hand onto your lower belly. Close your eyes. And then start to breathe into the right hand, into the lower belly. Bring your breath up and out into the ribs and all the way up towards your collarbones. And then open your mouth and just slowly release the breath out. Letting go. 3 more rounds. Breathe in to the right hand, the belly. Let the breath rise up and out into the ribs, into the collarbones. Pause for a moment at the top. Exhale. Once more in your own rhythm, breathe into the low belly, up and out into the ribs, into the chest, all the way up towards the collarbones. Pause your breath. And Apana and Udana, exhale. Now relax. Take your knees up into your chest. Just circling around, low back, middle back, upper back. Circling in the other direction. And then let's roll up. Take one more vinyasa. So you go up, you step into plank, you move to the vinyasa, and then you go down into Shavasana. So we move the energy once more before we go all the way down into the final relaxation. So you finish your practice, lie down. Whenever you're ready. And you relax. And once you're down in Shavasana, we still have these, let's say 4 movements, the Vayus, the 4 movements. You return to the natural breath, but you can still experience the intake, the expression of the out-breath, the release, the letting go or surrendering of the out-breath, the Apana, especially here, Apana, guiding, leading. And the circulation happening, Viana. And all are equally important. And rest. Stay present in your body. Body relaxes, but the mind stays calm but awake. Let your pelvis become extremely heavy. Slowly breathe in deeply and slowly sigh it out. And bring yourself back, taking your time. So stretch yourself out. It's an act of Viana. If we only stretch, if we only reach out away from our center, we're so open, we're too open. So we're leaking our energy. And we need both. Hug your knees in towards your chest, Samana Vayu. And if we only hold everything in, then we're not able to move forward either. Roll into your right side and relax. Now slowly come up. Find a seat. Close your eyes. And we'll end with one time chant Om. Take a deep breath in. Bring your palms together. So maybe the silence is the most beautiful part of Om. Open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you for being here.